Araj is from a long line of farmers, but he says there hasn't been a worse time to work the fields in India. The cost of seeds and fertilizers is rising, and he's not earning enough money to cover expenses.
This is
not affordable, but what other work can I do as a farmer? It's very difficult for farmers to survive.
Half the working population in India depends on agriculture to earn a living. That means both the ruling BJP and the main opposition Congress are campaigning for their support in the general election. But farmers across India are in a crisis. Drought has caused crop failure, and many are burdened with debt. Here in the state of Maharashtra, the number of farmers committing suicide has soared. In the past 4 years, 12,000 have taken their own lives, according to the state's Relief and Rehabilitation Department.
When profits are not there, then we have to borrow money from outside or the government or other lenders.
Many farmers across the country have staged protests, saying they're still struggling despite a government plan for higher minimum prices for certain crops.
I think so that policy has not been implemented well enough yet, and which is not going to the farmers yet. Also, the problem with the Indian agricultural sector is lack of proper warehousing and logistics facility. So they are compelled to sell the crops at whatever price they are getting at that moment of time.
Farmers' troubles are also a worry for Prime Minister Narendra Modi, whose promise to improve their situation secured his win in 2014. The BJP is trying hard to win farmers' votes again in this election. In its manifesto, it promises to double farmers' incomes by 2022, and they've also announced plans for interest-free loans and pensions for small farmers.
Villages, the poor and farmers are on our minds. $360 billion investment in agriculture. It's a very high target we're aiming for.
But the Congress party is pledging to waive farmers' debts if it comes to power. It's also promising to improve the agricultural infrastructure.
We're going to look very much into improving irrigation, because that is the biggest problem, that most of the farmers in India are still dependent on monsoons.
Araj voted for Modi in the last general election. This time, he's not so sure.
Ultimately, man is drawn to expectations. Wherever we feel the expectation could be fulfilled, we go towards them.
Given the extent of the problems farmers are facing, the next government will have its work cut out to bring them relief. Rebecca Bundhun, TRT World, Shahapur in Maharashtra.